Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, where we create and protect the environment together. Today, I'm excited to share a super fun idea, recycling plastic jugs into unique handmade items in a DIY style. With just a few old plastic jugs, a bit of skill, and some creativity, you can turn them into something truly awesome. Let's explore an easy, budget-friendly way to make something cool while helping reduce plastic waste. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of my next amazing recycling ideas. First, use a marker to draw guidelines on the surface of the plastic jug to mark the sections you need to cut. Make sure the lines are even and clearly visible so you can follow them accurately when cutting. This step will help keep your cuts neat and ensure the final shape looks exactly the way you planned. Normally, I would use a cutting machine to save time, but since its blade is damaged, I'll go with another method instead. I'll use a utility knife and heat up the blade first. This will make it easier to cut through the plastic smoothly and with less effort. The cutting process begins by carefully pressing the heated blade into the marked line to create the first opening. Once the tip pierces through, slowly guide the knife around the jug, following the line you drew earlier. Keep a steady hand and move at a controlled pace to make sure the cut stays smooth and even all the way around. If you find the cutting getting difficult, reheat the blade and continue slicing along the line. Keeping the blade hot will help it glide to the plastic more smoothly and reduce the effort needed. Draw a line all the way around the jug to mark where you'll cut off the bottom section later. Make sure the line is straight and even so the cut will be clean and the base will sit flat when finished. Next, I'll draw a rectangular hole right here. I'll use a marker to outline the shape clearly so it's easy to follow when cutting it out later. Now, carefully cut along the rectangular outline you just drew. Start by piercing one corner with the heated blade or the tip of the utility knife to create an entry point. Then slowly guide the knife along each side of the rectangle, keeping steady pressure to follow the lines cleanly until the entire piece comes off. Next, I'll secure this plastic piece onto the side of the jug using hot glue. I'll apply the glue evenly along the edges of the piece, then press it firmly in place and hold for a few seconds until the glue sets. Next, I'll prepare two plastic bottles like this and remove their caps to use later. I'll make sure the caps are clean and dry so they're ready for the next step of the project. I'll drill a hole in each bottle cap. I'll use a small drill bit and go slowly to keep the hole centered and avoid cracking the plastic. Once done, I'll clean away any plastic shavings so the caps are smooth and ready to use. Next, I'll align the two sides of the jug and mark 2 points, one on each side. These marks will serve as precise spots for drilling or attaching the bottle caps later, ensuring everything stays balanced and symmetrical. Now, I'll drill 2 holes at the marked points on the sides of the jug. Next, I'll use bolts to fasten the 2 bottle caps onto the sides of the jug. I'll insert a bolt through each hole from the outside, slide it to the cap, and tighten it with a nut on the inside. This will hold the cap securely in place and make sure they stay firmly attached during use. Next, I'll take a cardboard tube, measure it to match the inner length of the jug. And cut it to size. On the front side, I'll draw a circle. I'll use a compass or trace around a round object to get an even, smooth outline, making it easier to cut accurately later. I'll also draw a small rectangle next to it for the switch. This will serve as a guide for cutting out the opening where the switch will be installed. After cutting out all the shapes, I'll place the cooling fan into the opening. These fans can usually be found at electronics stores or online. Next, I'll mark 2 holes for mounting the fan. These marks will show exactly where to drill or screw, so the fan sits securely in place. Next, I'll extend the wires and thread them through the opening. I'll make sure the wires are long enough to reach the power source comfortably and keep them organized to avoid tangling or strain. Now, I'll connect the red wire to the switch. Make sure the connection is secure and properly insulated, so the switch can control the fan safely. I'll attach a crocodile clip to the end of each wire. This will make it easy to connect the fan to a power source later without soldering or permanent connections. I'll use a drill battery as the power source. Make sure it matches the voltage requirements of the fan, and connect it carefully using the crocodile clips. I'll use 2 flat washers and insert them into the 2 slots. This will make it easier to secure and connect the wires to the power source. When the wires are connected to the power source, the fan starts spinning immediately. You can see the blades rotating rapidly, creating airflow, and you can feel a gentle breeze coming from the jug's opening. The fan runs smoothly and consistently as long as the power is supplied. You can feel the cool breeze blowing steadily from the fan, strong enough to create a noticeable airflow. It's refreshing and gentle, circulating air effectively around the area near the jug's opening. As for the cardboard tube, I'll use it to thread through a roll of toilet paper. This allows the roll to spin freely on the tube, making it easy to dispense the paper when needed. Next, I'll attach the cardboard tube between the 2 bottle caps. I'll make sure it fits snugly into the holes of the caps, so it stays in place and can rotate freely when the toilet paper roll is placed on it. Next, I'll carefully drill 2 holes at the back of the jug. Making sure they are evenly spaced and properly aligned. These holes will serve as anchor points, allowing me to securely fasten the entire unit to the wall with screws. By placing the holes thoughtfully, the jug will hang stably and support the weight of the fan, cardboard tube, and toilet paper roll without tipping or wobbling. When mounted in the bathroom, the unit sits neatly on the wall with the fan positioned at the back and the cardboard tube holding the toilet paper roll in the center. The bottle caps on either side keep the tube steady, and the jug's body acts as a protective and decorative casing. This setup serves multiple purposes. The fan helps improve air circulation, keeping the bathroom fresh and reducing humidity. The cardboard tube makes dispensing toilet paper easy and smooth. Additionally, the jug casing protects a roll from water splashes or dust, while the DIY design encourages recycling and creative reuse of plastic bottles. And that's it. With just a few simple materials and some creativity, we've transformed old plastic jugs into a functional, eco-friendly bathroom accessory. Not only does it help keep your toilet paper dry and organized, but the built-in fan also improves air circulation. Give it a try and see how easy and fun DIY projects can be while reducing plastic waste at the same time.